man, I just want to say, Sony have so many people on their tail right now. It's like a race right now, guys. You got to understand, it's not, how do I put this? It's not the same race anymore. If you understand how business work, it's really not the same race anymore. It's like they have so many people that's pretty much coming for them. Like, not only Game Pass, I'm talking about you have Take-Two of the world, you know, with pretty much Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. They're still selling like hotcakes, and that game is like 3 generations old. You have EA, you know, you have people like Google, you have people like Facebook, you have people like Amazon, you have people like I don't know if Netflix is trying to do a deal with Microsoft or not, but I don't know if it's going to be a gaming deal or a movie deal. But I heard something in that ballpark. So I'm thinking Sony is really going to have to come up with another game plan, because this is not going to be it holding out on fans and people just pretty much saying, hey, y'all need to do AAA bangers day one on PlayStation Plus Premium. Because we have too many people, too many competitors, too many people trying to take your spot, and you guys don't want to do anything about it. Now, you can do one or two things. You can step down and let somebody else take that number one spot, or you can push forward and continue to give us what we want and listen to the fan base and listen to your brand, PlayStation. Sony don't want to listen to PlayStation. Come on. I would think PlayStation would know what they're talking about, right? They've been making AAA bangers for forever and a day. Come on now. But if you're going to let groups, you got new groups like the Embracer Group, they're buying up studios like crazy. So I don't know the direction that they want to go in, but it's probably going to be crazy. Now, whether they get bought up by Sony or Xbox for Game Pass, who knows? Are they going to do multi-plat games? Who knows? I mean, I'm not even sure what they want to do. I just know they want to make games, and if they want to come out on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, or cloud gaming, who knows? But Sony is going to have to make a move, or they're going to be a crash dummy at the top, and they're going to be making all these mistakes, and all of their competitors just going to be sitting back looking, watching and waiting and saying, hey, look what they're doing. They're really not doing nothing that we can't do. All they're doing is being a crash dummy. They're just up here making all these crazy mistakes. Yes, you have to make mistakes in order to get it right, but it's like it don't make any sense to make these kind of mistakes. Like, you clearly see what's working for Xbox Game Pass. You clearly see what's working for everything else that's going. Why are you trying to hold on to the $70 price tag? Why? Please explain that. Like, I just don't get it. That's the part that I'm stuck. It's like, okay, we see what's working. We clearly see that the Xbox Series S is catching up to the PS5 and PS5 digital. Why aren't there more PS5 digitals out there? We don't understand why that can't be competing. Okay, we understand the disk drive. It may be a little harder to make that one or something like that. I don't know how that works with the hardware, but for some odd reason, they need another strategy, and their go-to was, okay, we're gonna start putting everything on PC. Now, here's the other issue. There's been another crash dummy, because now they're making their PlayStation, their Sony fans mad. They're pissed off because they're like, okay, we bought PlayStation 5 for exclusives. Why are they coming to PC? That question mark, crickets. Nobody's saying anything. And it's like, okay, why did we get a PS5? I'm just talking from the Sony pony standpoint. Sony fans really don't care if they like PlayStation, they like PlayStation. If Xbox fans like Xbox, they just get what they like. But I'm talking about like the diehards, the people that will give their left arm to have a PlayStation. You know the diehards that just crazy over the console. Like they would do anything to have the console. They would do anything, bro. They would do anything to have a PS5 right now. They would do anything. So those Sony ponies are wondering like, okay, Sony, what are you doing? Because it kind of feel like they're being portrayed. And this ain't, I'm not just saying this, guys. This is what's going on in these gaming streets. Okay? I'm not just saying this. This is what's really going on right now, man. These people are really mad. Like they're trying to wrap their mind around, why would Sony do us like this? Why would they portray us like this? Why would they say these things to get us all hyped up about the new generation, and they're not dropping AAA bangers after AAA banger after AAA banger? And it's because they're paying so much money into blocking rights and blocking deals and locking down games and licenses and exclusive deals and DLCs and all this other crazy crap that they don't even need to be worrying about. Okay, just stop the madness, Sony. Stop it. Because first of all, you wouldn't have to do this if you did the right thing in the first place, and that's keep it fun, keep it just gaming, and then worry about the business. Okay, you can worry about the business a little bit, but they're taking it away from the gamer because now it's all about business. $70 price tag, let me know Sony is thinking all about business. PlayStation can't even do what they really want to do because their boss is like, oh, it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. And it's just like, okay, when do it stop? Like, I'm not just hearing like the Sony fans are upset. They don't know why they are even buying a PlayStation 5 anymore. Like, what is the point if you're gonna send everything to PC, just go get a PC, bro. There's no need to go out of your way to get a PS5 unless you just personally want one. I'm not saying not to get a PS5, but I'm saying, what is the point if everything is coming to PC and you already have a PC? What would be the point to spend an extra $500 to $1,000 if you can't find one? Most people are going to go online and they're going to up the price like crazy. If you got to go to a rental centers or eBay or something like that, and they're going to jack the price way up, so it's going to be a markup like crazy, and you just sitting there like, why am I buying this again? Like, once you get it, you do realize every game you get after that, you got to pay $70, right? You don't have a game pass that's going to keep dropping day ones. Unless you're a diehard and your money is up and you're good, you don't have to worry about that. But for the average person that is working paycheck to paycheck, that is like, whoa, wait a minute, I just saved up like 5-6 months to get the PlayStation. Now once I get the PS5, now I gotta pay $70 a game, bro. That's not a good value for me. You guys need to get Game Pass, get your PC, get your or Xbox if you're paycheck to paycheck, because we already know it's going to be a struggle to keep up with the Joneses trying to keep up with PS5, because obviously Sony don't care about their fans, and you are not Sony fan when it comes to money. If money is involved, you are not Sony fan, so you can hang it up, you can give it up. It's not going to happen, bro. Okay, they're acting like crash dummies right now, running into the wall. They don't understand nothing right now, what you're telling them. It's like, okay, we're not going to listen to you. You can say what you want, because what you got to understand, once a person have become a billionaire, a trillionaire, they feel like they already made it. They pretty much done everything they want to do in life. So it really doesn't matter what you're saying, because whatever you're thinking about doing, already did it. in their mind, even if they haven't, but in their mind, that's what they're thinking. So it's to the point where fans are really upset and they're jacked up about, okay, if I get the PS5, am I gonna get any AAA bangers that's gonna be exclusive to PS5? And I know that's what a lot of Sony fans are thinking, because I'm on these blogs and vlogs all the time, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, a lot of people are really upset. I didn't know that Spider-Man was going to be a really big deal. Like, I mean, they heard about it at the showcase. Okay, they already showed the whole entire world that Spider-Man was coming to PC. And when it actually came to PC, even more people were mad. So I'm guessing word really didn't get out as much as I thought. What video did they think they were watching another remaster or remake for PlayStation 5 only? Like, how are they still upset after they had the showcase specifically showing them Spider-Man PC is coming to PC? Clearly, at the beginning of the video, the guy was telling them, hey, look, yeah, Spider-Man is coming to PC. Even Lucas, Amazing Lucas, even he went crazy. So I don't understand how they still are so upset with everything coming to PC and they already knew it. But I understand them. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, how do you guys feel? Do you feel like, okay, do you think Sony is making a mistake by releasing them on PC because the fan base is saying something different? That's all I'm saying. They're saying, like, I feel like Sony is stealing from us. They're stealing our joy. We already know the Sony ponies feel like that's their pride and joy. They're precious exclusives. So if PC is getting them, how are they so precious if everybody else can play them? They pretty much consider PC Xbox in a Sony pony mindset. It's like, no, it's like, okay, we already know, PC and Xbox is pretty much brothers. So why are you sending them? That's like the competition. That's our enemy. Why would you do that to us? That's I'm telling you, this is what they're thinking in their mind. They're thinking like, okay, why are you sending everything to PC when I just bought this brand new PS5? And they're talking about bringing out a PS5 Pro, and it can't even keep up with demand right now. I wouldn't even be speaking of a PS5 Pro right now if I was PlayStation or Sony. Well, it's mainly Sony because they have to call the shots, the boss. I'm not talking about PlayStation because I'm cool with PlayStation. I'm not cool with Sony. I just don't like the way they run the company, and it's not right. I don't feel like they handle their business right. I feel like they, bully PlayStation around and kind of not let them. I miss the old PlayStation. I'm sorry, that's just me. I know a lot of other people probably feel the same way, but it's not the same PlayStation. PS5, I don't even recognize this console anymore. It's like, what are we doing here? This is definitely not the fun, exciting PlayStation. It's so serious now. It's like everything is like so competitive now, and it's stealing the joy out of getting it. It's like the scalpers, and it's just like, it's too much. Maybe it's just the generation that we're in, and it's just like, it's too much. It's not even, I don't know. I'm trying not to think too deep into it, but it's just stealing the joy out of actually gaming now. It is we're more fighting instead of gaming, and we want to see competition, but I don't want to see competition like this. Like, it's going to a point where a company has to fail before another company comes up, kind of feeling. It's like PlayStation have to fall in order for Xbox to succeed, because Sony refuses to just have competition, like, and that's it, and leave it at that. We're just competing. Then we're just out playing a game of 21 on basketball. If you go to the basketball court and you're playing basketball with your friend and you're just playing a friendly game of basketball, Sony can't play a friendly game. It's like, it's got to be a fight to the death. It's got to be like a war, a battle. You know, they don't believe in we both can make it. We both can get that bag together. We both can make money together. They don't feel like that. You know, and it's sad that we can't even go back in time to PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Because when PlayStation 4 came, I knew it was going to get crazy because all the fans started getting kind of riled up and crazy. So I was like, okay, I think the fun is about to end. It's about to get a lot serious now because everybody's complaining and they want to see Xbox do better. And now the Xbox is doing better. They're finna make all these AAA bangers. Then when this Activision Call of Duty deal goes through, you know, so many people are going to be riled up and the fighting is just going to get worse. So I really don't see us going back to PS3, PS2 days. You know, I don't see those days coming back. I just see us just battling out from here on out. They're even pulling PC into it now. So PC boys, Xbox boys, fanboys, and Sony fanboys, they're all getting into it. Because if you're bringing all your games over to PC, it's not even the PC fanboys, it's not even their fault. It's Sony is keeping, I told you guys, Sony is a drama king. They're greedy, they're grimy, and they're scheming, and they manipulate everything to get all of the attention off of them. They don't want any attention on them. So they're always going to push the attention on somebody else. And guess what? Now they're going to say, if something don't go right, they're going to start blaming PC. Oh, well, you know, sorry, PC guys are not supporting it. They're not supporting our games now. So, you know, this happened and that happened. And so now we're going to start pulling all the games off PC. We're not going to do PC ports anymore. And that's how they do. They are masterminds at manipulating people's minds. That's why they brainwashed so many Sony ponies. Do you get it? If you are a diehard Sony PlayStation fan and you just love PlayStation, that's fine. If you are a Sony pony and you ride or die for Sony, you're brainwashed. Because you're gonna accept that $70 price tag and say, okay, that's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay for the average worker that's working paycheck to paycheck. That's not okay. No, they need PlayStation Plus to be more like Game Pass and more affordable. Or one payment and you can play as you go and play all these AAA bangers. They should have it like that. They would probably make more money that way too as well, because they can actually expand it to mobile, to PC, which is they're already doing that, but it can be bigger, to Steam Deck, to tablets, to TVs, maybe EVs and cars. We'll see later on down the line if they bring them to on cars and SUVs, but we'll see later. I just think it's a lot of areas that we can really work on that we're not working on and we're not talking about, and we're really not targeting, because it's got to be bigger than gaming. If they're going this hard, if both companies are going this hard, it have to be bigger than gaming itself. So I think I'm gonna leave it right there, guys, and we're gonna catch up. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, click that notification bell, guys, so you can be updated with all of the latest and greatest news in these gaming streets. Thank you and peace.